I don't know how I feel about this topic. I don't know if I want to share this with everyone. I'm just like, do I want to share this with the world? Like, do people need to know this? I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I don't care. I'm gonna do it. What's up, you guys? What's good? And welcome back to another Wellness Wednesday, also known as Thursday because your girl's a day late, but I let you guys know. So if you follow us on our Facebook page or the YouTube community, I think I posted it on there. Don't kill me if I don't, but I know I posted it on our Facebook page. Then you guys knew it was coming today. But I needed a day, and based on what we're talking about today, it just makes sense that I took the day yesterday to kind of collect myself and get my thoughts together before I dropped this on you guys. I'm thinking of making it a series, but we'll see how you guys like it and we'll kind of go from there. I don't know. But before we get into this subject, I want to show you guys out. So if you are new to our channel, make sure you click that subscribe button wherever it is. And if you're OG, you already know what's popping, what's good. Thank you for always coming back. So let's just dig into it. I wanted to kind of speak to you guys about self-care and the importance of it. I've been very, very consumed by the concept of self-improvement and self-help over the last couple of months. It's been something that has been in the forefront of what I've been doing every single day. The last 2 months I have been struggling with just dealing with all of my emotions. Also been going through a lot, but it's becoming a burden now, how I'm feeling within myself and not expressing it to anyone. And I also have this thing where like I don't like to put my burdens on other people. So I don't really talk to anyone when I'm going through stuff, unless it's like a super hardcore situation that I'm like, okay, I need to speak to somebody and just like let it out. But otherwise, I'm one of those people who internalizes a lot of things, which I know isn't healthy for me. So that's for another day. I decided to make an appointment last month, with our family doctor. Kind of talked to him about what my options were and so on and so forth. But before I get into that, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a backstory. So if you've been with us for a while, you know that like years ago, I haven't been on YouTube for that long, that's crazy. Maybe 2 years ago, I spoke about my anxiety and my depression, and I also spoke about my trich disorder. So if you don't know what that is, Google it, because I'm not talking about it today. Sorry. So I went and I spoke to my doctor about all these things. He's also a new family doctor because we moved 2 hours away from our old family doctor. It just wasn't ideal. So we got a new doctor, and kind of letting him know that I had these issues and like how severe some of them were was overwhelming in itself for me. But his approach to everything was so phenomenal, and I loved that he wasn't judgy on it. And he also wasn't just like, here, I'm gonna give you a bunch of meds and everything's gonna be all right, because that wasn't my end goal. I walked out of the office really excited for what our goals were. So in that month, I've started back on my meds, which wasn't something that I was even down to do. Last time I spoke about it with you guys, I think I had started my meds and I took them for a whole 2 weeks before I was like, I'm not doing this. I just don't want to. I felt like, I don't want to like offend anybody, so I'm not going to say how I felt, but I didn't think it was for me, and I thought that I could do without it. And as I've matured, I'm realizing it's something that I need right now to get me through my day-to-day, and as I progress as an individual and mentally, hopefully it's something that I'm not needing in the near future. So not only did he set me up with that stuff, he also set me up with a therapist who I can just blurt out all of my issues to, and hopefully in speaking about these things, because I don't like to, I'm not that person, I'm very like leave it in the past, but like these issues haven't been resolved. So in saying that, I have these things that trigger them, and it's not to say that it would ruin anybody else's day, but it would ruin it for me. And I just need to be aware of these things and have coping mechanisms for when it happens, because like it's self-sabotaging to the fullest extreme. And that's not even touching on my trich, which is something that prior to a week ago, literally, I was really struggling with. And like I had just accepted that I was always going to struggle with it, and I feel like that doesn't need to be my reality. So in saying that, I left the doctors super optimistic and kind of ready to take on a positive approach on how things can be handled and how like stabilized my emotions can be and how I can feel mentally every single day. And I feel like that's going to help me not only with my anxiety and like my fluctuation of emotions and my trich, it's gonna help me with my food and so many other things, because like I've shared with you guys before, I have a very obsessive personality, and trich has to do with OCD. So like I have like all this shit just going on in my head all too often. So I wanted to sit down with you guys today and kind of speak to you about the importance of understanding that it's okay to accept help and kind of put your ego and pride aside and get it if it's something that you feel that you need. I hadn't gotten to the point where I was like super overwhelmed and like we're talking worst case scenario, but I was getting pretty dang close. And I feel like if I had to let that continue for like another 2 months, things were going downhill in more than one way for me. And like I could not physically bear it anymore, and I felt it coming. And I'm kind of proud of myself that I took it upon myself to be like, okay, I don't really know this guy, but like I know now that I need help, and what I thought I could do for myself, I can't do for myself. I can't fix this myself. And I went and I asked for the help that I needed, and that's a big deal for me, because putting my pride and my ego aside isn't something that I'm very good at. I don't like asking for help. I actually loathe asking for help, like really hate it. I don't like people like buying me food or doing nice gestures for me. Like I just don't like it, because then I feel like I owe you something, and I hate that feeling. I absolutely hate it. So the fact that I did this, I was kind of like, okay, you're making progress. And that's what the last 2 months for me has been, just trying to self-improve and be a better Alysha, not just for me but for my kids. And I feel like that's what's really pushing me towards where I'm going right now, is the kids. As they get older and as they're maturing, I'm finding that there's like ways that I need to speak to the kids in ways that they understand and interpret and internalize their own stuff. And I don't want to be something that hinders my kids at any point in their lives. And based on my childhood, I know that the way that you're parented and the way that you're disciplined and the way that you're spoken to really has a big effect on how you are as an individual and how you grow and your personality and everything. And I don't want to be that for my kids. I just want to do and be better, and not just for the kids, also for my husband, because he's been dealing with me for a long time. I feel like for the first time in a very long time, like I'm very happy. I don't know how long this journey is going to be. I don't know how long it's going to take me. I can definitely update you guys if that's something that you want, but I am open and ready and willing to do the work to get me to where I need to be as an individual. So in saying that, I just want you guys to know that if you are going through something, don't hesitate to ask for help. If you are ready to ask for help, then try and take steps, and the steps that you feel are going to best benefit you to be a better person every single day. Be aware of your emotions and your mental state at all times. Like there's so many different strategies and steps that I take on the day-to-day to just better and improve myself. And this was prior to going and talking to the doctor and building up and getting that courage and talking to him. And still today, I feel like it's going to be something that I continue to do. It's just something that's very important to me. But be open to it, be open to help, be open to talking to people. Find that friend or that person that you have that you feel like you can rely on to kind of communicate with and share these emotions and feelings that you have. Don't hinder or hide it. I feel like eventually it's all going to come to the surface and it needs to be addressed. So you're not alone. You're most definitely not alone. We all go through our shit. A lot of us just don't share or talk about it. I hope that this video helped one person. One, I just need one. That's why I'm doing it. I don't want to upload this, but I hope it helps one person. And I hope you guys enjoyed today's Wellness Wednesday because that's what it's all about. Also, before I end this video, I do want to say that I hope you guys understand the purpose of Wellness Wednesday now. I don't want it to all be about weight loss. I want it to be about you as a whole. So whether it's me talking about mental health, my physical health, whatever it may be, you're going to get it on Wednesdays because we're practicing wellness. So I will see you guys in our next video. Deuces.